What up, guys? My name is Irma here. We are back with another review. Today we're reviewing Irma. Now, remember, we just got done seeing Irma devastate and destroy and destruction everything around her, consuming the innocents, consuming people, all that stuff. Now, just as reference, I need to make some changes quick to what I've said in previous videos. The hair monsters are actually giants. So the hair monsters are actually giants that lived in Umi's hair. Those giants, or those beings that we saw, the big tall things that look like they were made out of hair from the last chapter, those are actually giants. The author said those are actually giants. They are giants. So, mind blown that those are giants in Umi's hair. So Umi has these big giants in her hair that help fight for her or something, whatnot. She just has them in there, and when she expands her hair like she just did to consume everyone, they get summoned or they get enlarged, which is gonna be interesting to see where this goes and what happens. But for now, let's ignore that. Let's continue on reviewing what's going on here. Don't hurt me. Ah, it hurts, mommy. Ah, no more. Ah, no. Ah, ah. Oh, she's loving the screams. She's loving the screams. But then she hears her name. She's like, who's calling my name? Huh? Who's calling my name? Oh. Oh! She's fucking crying because she's realizing what she did. I'm pretty sure here she realizes what she did. Like, this situation right here. Like, she realizes what she did and how scared she is. And so, either, we could say either that she's crying because she's super scared and her parents are speaking to her and she's crying about it. Or we could say that she's realized what she's done after hearing her parents' voices, and she's just crying now because of what she's done. Which she doesn't know really what the effect of what she's done so far, but she is crying, as we can see. Look at that, she sees herself in the water and she's a bit scared of herself. Look at that. She's scared of herself. She sees herself in the reflection and she already experiences what she did. She's scared, but she already knows what she did. Everything that happened. I feel like she knows it. Deep down she knows it. She just doesn't realize it, and she's scared of herself right now. She is scared of herself because of what she just did that goes against everything that she stands for, everything that she does, everything for her. What she did is literally not something she wants, and so she's scared. She's scared of going back to what she was. She's scared of herself because of what she can do, I feel like. That's my personal opinion. Yeah, look at that. See, your mom and dad are right there. Mom, dad are real? Yeah. I missed you, mommy and daddy. We got you. Oh, look at that. She's crying herself into tiredness and sleep. Oh, beautiful. 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 But now she's out of white power. Okay? Now, I was reading some of the comments. Well, some of the comments on webtoons or whatnot about this. And some of the theories is that well, That's the happy here, but for this chapter specifically, this part specifically, some of the theories here is that... Well, I'll cover it later. I'll cover it later, I think. Yeah, well, we're gonna talk about it later. Oh, man. Look at that, they come down. There's Irma, tired, scared. And then Momo turns around and looks. Look at the destruction. Look at this destruction. She literally annihilated the whole village with her hair. And destroyed trees. And tortured the innocent villagers. Look at this. And she's created craters? Okay, let's see. Where are the evil guys? So we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We see 6 kids, but we don't see the evil people. Are they dead? They could be dead. Momo's like, oh shit, what the fuck? And then there's one friend. There's one kid that you guys bullied. That's after. Make it stop! Make it stop! I'm sorry. Damn, girl. Look at that face. She has hair. Oof. And now you're scared too. Look at that. No. Mental breakdown. Irma, you've traumatized these kids. You have traumatized these kids. Whoa. Irma has traumatized these kids. Now let's get into the morals and ethics of this. Okay, let's get into the morals and ethics of what just happened. Let's get into this. Okay, looking at this aftermath here. Okay. My opinion, personal opinion, is they deserve this. They deserved it. While also they didn't really deserve to be, like, yes, they didn't really deserve all that just happened to them. Because they were already being bullied by her cousins, the twins. These kids were actually being bullied already by the twins. And so that resentment and hate for that family, and then them deciding to use Irma as like a way to get back at their cousins, which is what he states, and states that we will never be friends. We were never your friends. But that's because it's been influenced by the fact that your family, your cousins, keep bullying them. And so they decide to go after this with the gangs, whatever. Notice that you're hanging out with Irma, so I'm gonna have you kids. They're like, we're gonna have you kids. We're gonna keep some of you people, but we're gonna have you go and get Irma. We're gonna have you attack Irma and the family and whatnot, and you can get payback. And they're like, sure, why not? We're in agreement. Like, although their friends were hostage, they still agreed to doing this. And they had no remorse for what they did. They worried about their friend being caught, yes, but also these kids had no remorse in what they did by kidnapping Irma, who was literally extending an olive branch, who was literally trying to help you kids, who was literally trying to be friends with you guys. And it's failed because her cousins are dipshits and terrible people that were bullying you, and it got intense when you guys started hanging out with her, and that pushed you over the edge, which I understand, makes sense. But you explained that to her, but you also insulted her olive branch, insulted what she did by saying, oh, we were only going to use you to get back at your cousins, and we were never going to be your friends. And they had no they didn't even apologize. They didn't even have the good sense to apologize, which makes sense considering what her family has done to her, done to them. Her cousins have, at least. But Irma never knew that side of the family. I do not realize all the changes that have happened. Everything that's changed. People have changed. Momo has changed. Momo has literally learned from just being around Irma to change her ways from being the brat and terrible person that she is, like her sister is. Momo literally joins in the fray when she sees Irma. When she sees Irma, like, going there and Emiko and Sam leaving, she's like, I'm going out there. And then when Emiko and Sam question her, like, why are you here? And then she's like, well, I don't know. It's just that I feel so bad. It's like, she was already starting to change when her twin wanted to mess with Irma some more. And she was like, whatever, do whatever you want. I don't care. And then she's like, oh, you're gonna mess. And she's like, I'll go then, just to make sure you're okay. Or like that sort of attitude. Like, she is changing because of Irma. And she can't even explain why she acted the way she did. And why she wanted to help Irma. And help you guys get Irma. Like, she couldn't even explain it. And that's because she has been changing people. Ever since she's been here, she has been... just her mere presence itself has been trying to change people's thoughts. Change people's way of thinking. Help it get a better understanding, be happier in their lives. But unfortunately, those friends decide not to take that branch and decide to go after her. And this is the consequences of your actions. You guys trapped her, scared her to death, literally insulted her olive branch, didn't even show no remorse for what you did. Like, at least people who kidnap other people and then they get the person back, at least show some remorse to the person that they did or not. At least they show some remorse, some guilt, something to say, yeah, what I did was wrong, but I had to do it for my family or whatnot. Like, they at least have some remorse, or show remorse. They had no remorse whatsoever. They just didn't fucking care. Well, some of the kids, maybe one or two of the kids, might have shown remorse a bit. If I recall correctly, one of the kids might have shown a tiny bit of remorse. But for the most part, the whole group showed no remorse. Didn't fucking care. Didn't care. And so what they just experienced and traumatized is what Irma was experiencing in that demon tree, and they deserved it. Like, I would understand if, like, they don't deserve it. Yes, I agree that no kid should be subjected to, no matter what treatment they did to another person, or what treatment they did or whatnot. I understand that that in this case with bullying or whatnot, like, okay, here's the degrees, okay? They were physically bullied by Momo and her twin sister. They were physically bullied by them, getting thrown rocks at them, either getting punched by them, either all this stuff happened to them physically. And now they got hurt physically, but also mentally. They weren't getting attacked really mentally by the twins, it seemed like. It seems like they were getting attacked mentally by Irma. And Irma herself was experiencing mental attacks from you guys and everyone else, because she was literally thought, how could you betray me? You're just like she understands sort of that they're kids, but at the same time she's like, why? And when you explain it to her, she's even more scared by this. And then they shove her into the tree where everyone in the tree, which someone brought up, was that in the demon tree, all those villagers or whatnot were people that the yokai killed to take over that village. They theorize or say that the village that all the yokai live in now, that Irma's family lives in and whatnot, they massacred all those humans, put their souls into that tree, and that's why. And then Irma's all about scared and whatnot, and all this happens. And I know I'm rambling on and on. I know I'm rambling here about this and whatnot, but like, it's just so... No kid should really experience that sort of trauma, but they experienced the same trauma that Irma experienced, but on a different scale. Irma, as you saw, wasn't really injured. She just had her power sealed for the most part, and she was more scared because she couldn't defend herself, and she was getting assaulted and verbally abused by all these other people. She wasn't getting physically assaulted for the most part, because she was wrapped up in binds, chains, whatnot. But she was mentally getting assaulted by these people who were constantly like, oh, let's scare her, let's ruin her, hey, baby, it's your fault, blah, 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 blah. And so you guys experience physical but mental attack from Irma. That's literally what she had to experience in there. And she couldn't escape that. But you guys also couldn't escape what just happened to you. You guys also couldn't escape what just happened to you because you guys couldn't escape that. You guys couldn't escape what just happened to you because that's just like what Irma had happened to her. She was locked in chains. She was sealed up. She couldn't use her powers. She was shoved into a demon tree that was mocking her. You guys mocked her, insulted her, whatever. She was bloody scared. And you guys experienced that same thing. You got both ends. You got physical and mental. I'm just repeating stuff, but to conclude, pretty much, they really didn't deserve to be treated like this. They really didn't deserve to be traumatized. Like, any kid that gets traumatized like this, it's gonna change them a lot. Like, Irma already realizes what just happened and cried herself, tired herself out. When she wakes up and sees all the destruction she caused or something like that, or anything like that, she's gonna be traumatized herself. So she didn't get out of this unscathed either, okay? You kids are traumatized, but she's also traumatized. She's traumatized by the fact that people literally threw her into a tree, causing her to literally, well, she won't focus on that part. She'll focus on the part that she literally went crazy, literally scared of herself. She's literally scared of herself because she just did all of this damage, everything like this, with her own powers. She did all of this with her own powers. And she's gonna have to live with that trauma of doing all of this to people and the outcome of it. And you kids will also have to live with the outcome of being subjected to this. So, in my opinion, it's equal. It is equal. Irma's gonna be suffering from this for a long time. You kids will also suffer, but it expands even further because she affected even the villagers. The villagers also experienced similar stuff that the kids did, but probably a little bit less than what the kids did, but still a lot. And Irma's gonna have to live with that. And yeah, so I don't even see where the three people that bullied them into bringing Irma or whatnot. Like, where are they? Are they dead? Let's hope they're not dead, but they could be. And yeah, so that's about it for my rambling. I can't wait for the next couple chapters because we're gonna learn more. I hope. But I wonder what the grandparents' reactions are, the grandma and grandfather reactions to this. I feel like, just theorizing here, that the grandpa and grandma, the grandpa will probably be happy, although I don't want him to be. I want him to be understanding or whatnot, but he probably will be happy about what just happened. And the grandfather and the grandmother will probably somewhat not be happy, but also probably happy about it too, maybe. But this is gonna be something that Irma is gonna have to live with, and hopefully she will get over it like she will. I hope she will. But yeah, so that's about it. I hope you enjoyed. Remember, join me in 2 weeks to find out what's gonna happen next year. Will the grandma and grandpa show up? Will Irma overcome these problems? We will all find that out in the coming chapters. So come back in 2 weeks. If you follow me, if you're subscribing to me just for the Irma content, come back in 2 weeks after this is published, and you'll get a new Irma vid with new content about what's going on. So, without further ado, remember to like, comment, subscribe, support the author, give myself a comment, tell me how I did. I know if you hate the rambling, it's rambling. And if you stayed this long, thank you. I thank you for enjoying the rambling. And without further ado, I hope you have a wonderful evening today.